My adventures, they take me deep into the Canadian boreal forest. This is black fly country. This is mosquito country. I've been using and testing the Flextail Tiny Repel, and I'm ready to share with you my thoughts. Full review coming up right now. Welcome to the backcountry. Here's the Flextail all packaged up. This is a hard shell case. It's not a waterproof, impact resistant case by no means, but it is nonetheless a nice hard shell case. I really like it. Feels good, feels nice. And when you open the case, first thing you see, the device. Let's go right to it. That's what it looks like. It weighs 5.2 ounces, and the initial thoughts when you hold this in your hand, initially right away I feel like this was well put together. It just has a robust feel to it, and visually it just is appealing in the sense that it does not look chintzy. I move in closer and look at the carabiner style of hook on the top. It is spring loaded. And the hook is actually held in with a metal fastener. Point being, it's not a cheap piece of plastic that's snapped into another cheap piece of plastic. Very nice. At the bottom, we have that silver ring is actually a magnet, so you can stick it onto anything metallic. Say, for example, you're checking something under the hood of your vehicle, you can stick this right under the hood, illuminate your hood, because the Flextail is both a mosquito repellent and a light. Now the center is a 1/4 inch UNC, which is the same thread that you will find in camera mounts, for example. So many of us are running GoPros or action cams, so any type of GoPro style mount, this can be attached to it. And the great thing about this is it literally makes it limitless on where you can hang or attach this device to repel your mosquitoes. Now if you look closely, you'll see two slots, and you'll see like a ventilated grill on both sides. In the front you'll see two buttons. One button you double press and it activates the heating element inside, which in turn releases the repellent for the mosquito. Double click, and now you see a green light comes on. That is the tent mode. Press it again, it turns into an amber color. That's the outdoor mode. And again, when it turns red, that's super mode. What does that all mean? Well, this is a heating element. So in the highest setting, it will reach 165 degrees Celsius. It's written right on there. That's if you have a very strong mosquito and black fly situation and you really need a lot of strength as much as possible. The tent mode is self-explanatory. If you're indoors, inside a tent, you can hang the device, put it on tent mode, it just releases a small amount. The outdoor mode is on the it's in between the two, right? Now I've been using this Tiny Repel, and it works. It does chase away the mosquitoes. I've used it sitting by a campfire. I've used it inside my tent, and it takes a few minutes for the device to activate, which makes sense. It's got to get hot, and it has to give a chance to expel the repellent that's inside these little pads. You can see I've been using this one here. It's kind of dull on one side and it's dark on the other. It's because I've been using it. I'm going to show you shortly how to load this. And point being here, it actually does work. Now the manufacturer claims that this here will, on the highest setting, will reach a 40-foot radius. I can't deny that or confirm that claim. I have not tested it to the point where I would put the device and sit back 20 feet from it and see how I am with mosquitoes around me. I've always used it with it close by, within reach, and I can tell you that when it's close by and within reach, it works. 40 feet diameter around the perimeter, I think that's a bit of a tall order. I think that might be a little bit of an exaggeration. The 40 feet, that still remains to be seen in my books. Now let's look at how we load the pads. When you buy it, it comes with a package of pads. Simply insert the pad into the slot. And then when it's time to reload, you would take your replacement pad and simply push the old expelled pad out while pushing the new one in. That's simple. I'm going to reinstall mine because they're still got some life left in them. Alright, let's move on to the lantern of the device. Again, we'll go back to the button. Double click to activate. 50 lumens, 200 lumens, 400 lumens. And then this other strange strobing mode. I'm going to turn this on right now because I do have a few mosquitoes looming around me. Now the lantern is quite nice, not to be confused with a flashlight. It's not a flashlight, it's a little lantern. It gives off plenty of light in a small area like inside your tent. It also works well. You can clip it to the, I've been clipping it to the strap of my pack, and it illuminates around me. And because the light is on the bottom and not shining on the top, it doesn't shine in your eyes when it's hanging on your person. Really good. And it just gives you a nice personal lighting. If you're reading a book or something like that, or doodling anything, this is a great little personal light. Actually works really well. Now the device is USB-C rechargeable, as you can see from the port right there. And I have read that some people are saying you can use this as a power bank to charge a device. Yes, obviously you could. But quite honestly, I go the other route where I actually carry a spare battery. I slide my extra battery right there, and then my extra pad, just simply slide them under the strap and close everything up. I'd rather have the device charged up than rely on the device to charge some other device. I'm in mosquito country. I want this thing to work. The idea of using this device, relying on it to keep, say, a cell phone charged, I don't think is a good idea. Most of us carry power supplies. As a content creator, I have to carry extra battery banks, so I always have power supplies, and that's how I'm using my Flextail, is I carry an extra battery. That way there, I don't have to worry about managing the time I leave it on. I can leave it on, let it run, and when it dies out, I can recharge it and continue using the device. It works good for me. Now I'd like to point out something else about the device is the buttons. The double click of the button to activate the functions. That is a great idea, and here's why. Should you choose to pack out this device without the carrying case, let's say you just want to manage your space in your bag and you want to take the device and just throw it in your case, because you have to double click, it alleviates accidentally turning this thing off in your pack from other gear pressing up against it. Very smart feature to have it like that. Another feature which I have not discussed yet is the battery indicator. Those 4 light bars right there, that is the battery indicator. 4 lit bars means 100% charge. The device is waterproof. It has a waterproof rating, but certainly not something you want to submerge. submerging it would be obviously something, an accident has happened, because there's no use in submerging this device for any reason. However, it does have a waterproof rating, which makes it okay in a light rain situation. Any device that will get me out of a mosquito net and stop me from burning coils is certainly a device that's always going to be with me in the backcountry. This will always be with me from here on. It's a great piece of gear. I'm happy to have it, and I'm happy to say that Flextail has provided me with a 15% discount link. That link can be found in the description box down below for your savings. I probably will include it in a pinned comment as well. Thank you, Flextail, for shipping this out to me. I love it. I'm going to use it. Open Air Outdoors wishing you a bug-free adventure.